Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called California and New York are now financially radioactive. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help get the word out. Now, let's get started. California and New York are now considered by many insiders to be financially radioactive. What does that mean? Well, just as exposing yourself to real-life radioactivity will eventually kill you during a war or some other event, so too do a lot of insiders now believe that continuing to live in California and New York and Austin, Texas, will eventually expose you to lethal doses of financial radiation that will eventually bankrupt you or leave you in dire homeless straits. What exactly does that mean in the real world? How would that happen, you ask? Well, the financial, banking, and economic systems in California, New York, and Austin are now being deliberately engineered to inflict maximum destruction on the careers, the assets, the homes, and the financial lives and jobs of as many people as possible. For example, in Europe now, they are controlling and telling people how much they can sell their homes for in some countries and to who they can sell them to. California and New York are headed into even crazier territory. The governments in those states will soon try and force homeowners to sell their homes to the state before they can sell them to private buyers. Think about that. Even crazier, those states are considering plans that would allow them to seize the homes of private owners who aren't abiding by the latest climate rules and regulations. You know, the people in California have just lost their minds. The authorities have just completely gone insane. Whether you can afford those rules or regulations is not relevant to them. They're simply pursuing their own agenda. Some people think it's a political agenda. Some people think it's a financial money grab. So the longer you live in those places, the more you'll be impacted by their extreme policies designed to bankrupt you or seize your assets or get you fired from your job. It's an endless parade of profiteers and creeps who think that they're authority figures, but they're really just criminals stealing from the public under the color of law. In the real world, when you're exposed to excessive radiation, then you get sick and you eventually pass away. Well, the same thing happens with financial radiation. When you're exposed to too much financial radiation, it slowly degrades your health or your financial health over time until you're eventually broke and destitute. Here are some examples of the financial radiation that you should protect yourself from over time if you live in those places. First and foremost, it's inflation. Inflation is slowly killing most people's buying power. Very soon, the rate of inflation will skyrocket even more, and this will hit people's wallets and their savings and their stock portfolios in ways no one ever imagined and with a ferocity nobody ever dreamed of. Make sure to address and prepare for that. Next, we have wage stagflation or reductions. This is being done by reducing people's working hours or just making their jobs twice as hard and twice as long as they used to be, but without paying them more. In the Far East now, countless companies and factories are closing that haven't paid their employees for months prior to the closure. These people are panicking because many Asian countries don't have unemployment or retirement accounts of any sort. So that's going to be a real problem. In the US, many people now fear something worse. They fear that the money they have in the bank or in Social Security or in their retirement accounts will soon be taken from them, or it'll just disappear because they'll claim some hackers stole it. By the way, many people don't realize this, but fear and stress are also examples of financial radiation sickness. And long-term fear and stress can cause very serious illness or even heart attacks. Prolonged unemployment and financial stress can take a serious toll on someone's health. That's what we now have in California, New York, and Austin. We have an exploding population of homeless people and drug users who have been exposed to so much long-term financial radiation that they can no longer save themselves or improve their situation. The long-term exposure to these extreme financial stresses have ruined them to the point where they're no longer able to achieve even modest success, like getting a part-time job. Another form of financial radiation that is hurting or killing so many people in those states now is random violent crime. It's everywhere now. It's in Beverly Hills, Manhattan, Austin, Texas. People are under siege from all directions, and it's getting worse. There's a recent news video report showing street thugs standing around with large knives in their hands in Manhattan and Times Square, just looking for tourists to rob or attack. No police intervention or crime fighting at all. The police are just standing around while these thugs walk around with 12 and 15-inch knives, staring at tourists. They were just brazenly circling and watching and determining which tourists they could take out and rob most easily. It was a total display of criminal Darwinism. I believe that anyone who is thinking about vacationing in Times Square or California is literally putting their lives at risk. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's episode of our show on all your social media to get the word out. Thank you, and we shall see you soon. Bye-bye.